morning. Maybe I don't look like somebody right now that you really want to talk to about heavy metal detox, but I believe that a very important component to detoxifying your body is obedience to some very basic health laws. And my husband and I have recently discovered that it's really easy to assume that you're obedient to some very basic laws when you're really not. And we found ourselves teaching people all about adequate sunlight, adequate outdoor exercise and rest, when we were so busy helping people that we weren't paying proper attention to those laws ourselves. And so I'm out here today detoxifying my body, detoxifying my mind and my emotions by spending time out in creation, getting adequate exercise and sunlight and fresh air, and just some downtime away from actual work, mental work. A lot of my work is mental. I'm on the computer or the phone a lot helping people and doing health and spiritual counseling. And so, as I introduce the heavy metal detox that I recently completed and my husband and I have taken ourselves through, we're actually taking ourselves through it now so I can kind of tweak some things. I just wanted to emphasize right at the outset that there's 8 natural laws of health, and there's really more than that. Nutrition, exercise, water, sunshine, temperance, fresh air, rest, trusting God, all these things, sunshine. You really need to take stock, take inventory. Am I really obeying those laws of health? Because if you're not, you're really not giving your body what it needs, the tools that it needs to even take the supplements and things that we'll be using during the heavy metal detox and begin the healing process. So I just want to encourage you to take stock of those 8 natural remedies. Get outside, get the exercise, get the fresh air, get the adequate rest, and you'll be a lot more successful. So I'm going to finish up what I'm doing here and then we'll go inside. Okay, before we really start talking too much about the actual heavy metals detox, there's a couple of things that I really want to address with you and have you really consider, because this is a very thorough and deep detox. It goes to the cellular level, which is where toxicity really is an issue. But here's the thing. If you start detoxing at the cellular level and freeing up toxins that deep into the body, and your elimination pathways are clogged up, you can make yourself very sick. Just think about it. If your bowels are not moving properly, if they're plugged up and you're constipated, and you start liberating more toxins from deeper down in the body, you can see that you could really cause a major, major issue. And so, if you are one who's maybe never done a detox, you've had a lifestyle where you smoked or you drank alcohol or your diet was very poor or you have some type of illness, I really think that it would be advisable for you not to jump right into this detox. I really think that it would be better for you to first work on the bowels for 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, maybe even longer, just to establish at least 2 good bowel movements a day. The late Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, a brilliant man, he was like back in the 1900s, I think 1900s, early 1900s, a very brilliant physician. And somebody asked him one day, they were standing with him, he had the Battle Creek Sanitarium up in Michigan, and somebody looked at him one day and said, Dr. Kellogg, they were looking out over patients in their cafeteria at the Battle Creek Sanitarium, And somebody looked at him and said, Dr. Kellogg, what's the matter with all these patients? And without missing a beat, Dr. Kellogg simply replied, dirty bowels. And so if you're coming into this detox and you're not having regular bowel movements, don't proceed with the detox. Now, those of you who are doing the detox have all received the detox handout from me. In that handout, there's a disclaimer. The things that I've shared in this detox are the things that I have found beneficial, very helpful to me after quite a bit of research. But because I cannot be in your home, I am not making any medical claims that it can cure, treat, diagnose anything of any kind of disease. So you have to know right up front, based even on what I said in that disclaimer, that you are moving forward with this at your own discretion and at your own responsibility and risk. I'm in the middle of that detox right now. I'm living, breathing, and I feel great. My husband has a little bit more trouble with the detox because when we tested him, we did the hair tissue mineral analysis, and he's got quite a few heavy metals. He used to use tobacco. Tobacco users are typically, you're going to find that they're very toxic in arsenic, which he is. He used to, I guess, dip snuff. I don't remember. I didn't know him then, but at any rate, he had never done a real detox before I met him, and so he has the arsenic, he has lead, he even has some mercury and some aluminum in his body. I am very proactive in detoxing and have been for many years, and I was clean. I think I actually did have a sliver of, I think it was arsenic. It was either arsenic or aluminum. I'd have to go back and look. But at any rate, I was very encouraged, you know. So living a lifestyle of detox in this environment, in this world that we live in today, it's not the same environment as it was when I grew up, you know, when I was a little girl. We've got geoengineering, we've got vaccinations, we've got pesticides on our foods, and just a plethora of toxins that we're faced with, and personal care products, and it's everywhere. And so if we're not very proactive in living a lifestyle of detox, then you're going to have issues. Excuse me. And so if you have never detoxed, if you have smoked, drank, been on a standard American diet, please don't just jump into this heavy metal detox, because you will hurt yourself. And so start with the bowels, get the bowels moving, 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. www.abnat.com, ABNAT. That's short for Absolutely Natural. Really great website, great products, and the best prices I have found on the products that they carry. The colon cleanse and the colon detox are the 2 things that you're looking for there. That's the equivalent of, if you've ever heard of Dr. Schultz Formula 1 and Formula 2. Those are identical products to Schultz Formula 1 and Formula 2. So if you're familiar with the Schultz products. At any rate, get the bowels open. Clean your kidneys out. Drink lots of water. Increase the sulfur foods in your diet. Because, and I'm going to talk about the ascorbate flush. This is the type of ascorbate that I use. It's called sea salts. And I'm going to do that in a little bit separate video to show you how to do the ascorbate flush and stuff. But the sea salts is kind of like, if, I'll just illustrate it this way. Like if I had soap and water, so to speak, in a detox, it's like the sea salts will be just a gush of water. But you need a little bit of soap to work in a synergistic way with the sea salts. And that's things like magnesium, selenium, sulfur foods. All these things are necessary in order for the detox to work properly. If you get a hold of my detox protocol and you just try to throw all those products in your body at one time, do it at your own risk. I am not responsible, because if you don't do this in the right order, in the right process, you could really make yourself sick. Nausea, vomiting, headaches, all this stuff. So you have to know what you're doing. And so that's it on this video. I just wanted to do a little bit of an introduction just to encourage you not to try to do this without some guidance, and also to let you know, if you do that and even going through this, I have no idea what your life is like. I have no idea what medications you may be on, so you must realize you do this at your risk. This is my disclaimer. This is the legalese that I have to deal with right at the beginning, to let you know I can't be responsible for researching to make sure that your medications are compatible, or that your medications won't be absorbed by the charcoal that is in this detox protocol. So you need to be responsible for that. Do your own research. Read the protocol. Read the ascorbate flush. Again, this is the second time that I have put myself through the detox. I feel good. I'm not having any issues. I know what I'm doing. So if you follow instructions, it should be safe. But again, you need to take the responsibility for any medications that you're on or any conditions that you have, to research that and ascertain compatibility. If you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me. And that's it for this video. The next video we'll talk about the ascorbate flush.